All right, today is the day, second day of Christmas, and we are doing an FTP test today. We want to see exactly where I stand after 1 year of proper cycling / triathlon, and to give myself a good baseline for 2025's training efforts, especially since I've got some pretty big goals lined up and I don't want to get kicked in the ass. My name is Garrett, I'm 31 years old from Germany, and I'm preparing for my ultra race calendar 2025. I'm trying to hit a 300 watt FTP soon, which will put me just over 4.2 watts per kilogram as I weigh 71 kilograms on 183 centimeters of height. But for now, let's see where I actually stand. For those who don't know, FTP stands for Functional Threshold Power. It's the highest power you can sustain for approximately an hour, and it's the foundation of structured cycling training. Power, or watts, is the best KPI in cycling because it's pretty objective. Watts directly measure the effort you're putting into the pedals, making it a pure and reliable metric of performance. But power alone doesn't tell you the whole story. Weight is crucial as well, because of course the more you weigh, the more power you need to put in to get a certain speed. That's why most of the professional riders are very slim, because they have to carry less weight, and if you have the same output with less weight, you will be faster. So that's why FTPs are often expressed in watts per kilogram. For example, if I would have an FTP of 255 watts, that would put me at 3.6 watt per kilogram. A heavier rider might have more raw power, but they have to move more weight. And there are two main ways to test FTP. The first one would be a 20-minute all-out test. Brutal, hard to pace, because you may overpace in the beginning, have nothing left after 10 minutes. And the second version is the ramp test, which starts easy and increases by 20 watts per minute until you can't pedal anymore. And then by the last minute and the average, it will be calculated what kind of FTP you can put out. It's simple, effective, and perfect if you don't want to overthink pacing over a 20-minute effort. So that's what we do today on Zwift. Let's rewind for a second to give you a little bit of background to understand where I am. At the start of 24, my FTP was at 185 watts. I was unsatisfied with my riding, I didn't enjoy it. And back then, even holding 130 watts for an hour at 130 BPM felt like work. Fast forward 12 months, things look a little bit different. I am comfortably riding 200 watts at low intensity rides, which shows how much progress I've made. I rode 8,500 kilometers, nothing too crazy, but I think an average of 160k a week is decent. I had some races, gravel races, long distance triathlons. So I've put in some hours, and today's test will show if it paid off. Okay, to get into the right mood, let's switch the room to pain cave mode. Alright, so now you can see the test on the left side. It starts easy and then it gets tougher every minute, like I said. And you can see in the next minutes that the beginning I felt quite confident in the spot between 220 and 300 watts. I was really confident with really around 140, 150 heart rate, feeling strong. And then after 300, it's just brutal.
But I would say see that for yourself, and I let my effort speak, so you can decide for yourself if I gave it all or if there was still something left in the tank.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, as you know, we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can move the king. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. Time to go hard and put your game face on. Ruthless, ruthless. This is the moment movies get based on. This is the moment movies get based on. Fire in the bones, watch me fire up the songs. Let it burn 'em, burn 'em, burn 'em. Got the fire in the bones. Our desires, they become who we are. We go hard, giving up, no we're not. Yeah, the first step is showing up. Now we're here blowing up. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go.
One day later, I have to tell you one thing. I needed to do the FTP test 3 times because, I'm new to this game. I somehow was not able to, even though I tested it so many times, screen record the FTP test. So I did it 3 times. Always had 2 hours breaks, and the last one was the best effort, 2 watts more than the second one. But I guess it's because I was so angry that I didn't record or screen record the thing. So if you need 2 watts more on your FTP test, that could be a good thing to do. The FTP test said 292 watts. That's about 4.1 watts per kilogram. Am I happy? Honestly, yes. A 90 watt improvement over the last year is massive. And it shows that consistency and fun works for me, as I really feel happier than ever with the sport. But there's of course still a way to go. Over 300 watts of FTP is the next big target, and hitting 4.2 watts per kilogram. That will put me in a new league. But honestly, I'm very happy where I am with my riding right now, and I really look forward to improve that over the winter. For now, it's a great baseline to start 2025 with that and calculate my training efforts, because I will calculate my sweet spot, like 90% of the FTP when I train. I still can't imagine doing 270 watts as a sweet spot, but let's see. One thing I really want to share is why I think gravel riding has been the game changer for me this year. It's not about racing or looking at stats. Gravel riding is really, you forget the 30 kilometers an hour average everyone wants to put out. It's just about being out in nature, enjoying the moment, covering miles without overthinking. And when I'm on my gravel bike, I'm not obsessing over watts, heart rate, I'm just riding. And I really believe that's one of the biggest reasons I've increased my mileage and ultimately my FTP so much this year, because I just found myself always picking up the gravel bike more. And I'm not here to tell you go out and buy a fleet of bikes. We all know how tempting that is. I've been there, I'm still there. But if you're looking to spend more time on the bike, and volume is key, and make cycling feel more like vibing through nature instead of getting honked by cars. I genuinely think that having a gravel bike is worth, even if it's just a basic one. You know, it doesn't always have to be like, get yourself a used one maybe, because gravel riding teaches you to dig deep through the mud. When the terrain gets tough, you can't cheat. You have to put out the power to go through and don't fall. And I fell like 20 times this year, and that resilience translates to more power in the peaks, and I think overall a better performance. So if you're stuck in your road bike training rut or just looking for a fresh way beside triathlon training, I can't recommend it enough. Even with friends, it's so much fun, and yeah, it can do wonders for your motivation to be on the bike, your fitness, and your overall love for cycling. And when you're having fun, I think that's when the improvements come naturally. That's it for today. If you're chasing your own cycling goals, let me know in the comments. What are you aiming for? And hey, if you're also trying to hit the 300 watt club, let's do it together. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. If you still want to watch other videos, go check a link in the description. I linked to Sabin, who also did a FTP test this weekend. Shout out, it's always fun watching you, even though it's German. Maybe some of you want to hop over to his channel. Very sympathetic guy, trying to reduce weight with cycling, and yeah, always fun to watch. So peace, see you in the next one.